to Dr. Cristiano, who is a senior research fellow at the University of Johannesburg. Doc, thank you very much for your time this afternoon. Your thoughts, I guess, on the latest developments?
Excuse me?
Your thoughts on the latest developments?
Yeah, sure. Sorry. Yes, madam. Thank you very much for your question. Well, I mean, let's say that it was pretty predictable. The fact that I mean, the Supreme Court was declaring unlawful the so-called Rwanda plan. So I don't think there is no surprise. Crucially, in fact, the Supreme Court said that in principle you can send for assessment in a third country. The problem here comes with the fact that Rwanda is not considered a safe country. So that was the main issue. So there is a fear that in Rwanda they can't, they won't be assessed perfectly the asylum claims of the asylum seekers, and then it can be practiced what is called the no-refoulement. I mean the refoulement in the sense of rejection of these asylum seekers. And the court took as an example a precedent plan that Rwanda stipulated with Israel that sent mostly Eritrean and Sudanese to Rwanda. But unfortunately, I mean, it was these asylum seekers. Many of them were rejected, but many of them they are stranded. They are still stranded in Rwanda. So also taking this example, the Supreme Court in the UK, I mean, declare unlawful the plan. Apart from the fact that now the government still want to continue with that and trying to convince the parliament that Rwanda is a safe country, in fact.
Dr. D'Orsay, what do we need to understand about the United Kingdom and this issue of migration? Because there's an argument that Rwanda is not safe, but some asylum seekers, we understand there's a barge where people will be stuck in it. It's apartments, if you will, that are on a boat or a ship-looking thing, and it's permanently in the ocean. And so the difference between Rwanda and people living in such conditions, what do we need to understand about the United Kingdom's migration policy?
Well, I mean, apart from also this other idea of the boat, I mean, it doesn't seem very feasible. Also because, of course, well, there is one difference that once that you are off the coast of the UK, you can always hope that your situation will be assessed in the UK and you can have a future in the UK. Once that you are sent to Rwanda, I mean, UK will remain a dream for all the asylum seekers sent there, because of course it will be Rwanda that will offer asylum to them. But of course there are a number of problems also linked to the fact that, for example, many of these asylum seekers, they come from Muslim countries, and Rwanda didn't show a lot of empathy towards Muslim in its policy. But it's true that the Rwandan government is still, me personally, I have maybe it's a bit of a minority point of view. But I mean, when Rwanda offered to host and to process asylum seekers from the UK, immediately it will go under the lenses of the entire world, because everyone will expect that the rights of these asylum seekers in Rwanda, there will be, there won't be, I mean, the rights won't be granted, and they will be rejected, and they will be returned to their country where they can still face persecution. However, I think that the Rwandan government is smart, that's why, in my opinion, if ever the asylum seekers will be sent to Rwanda, Rwanda will not mistreat them. Because, we are not talking about, there was a past episode in which there were Congolese asylum seekers that were killed in Rwanda. Congolese that were coming from Democratic Republic of Congo. This was in 2018, if I'm not mistaken. But, it's if we talk about international relations, one thing is hosting Congolese refugees from Congo. Another thing is, as I said, is hosting asylum seekers coming straight from the UK, when everyone is just waiting that Rwanda is misbehaving to condemn Rwanda and to condemn the UK. So I'm just wondering, this is just my question, will Rwandan government, will Rwandan authorities, in case will be so, let's say, not smart to mistreat these refugees? I don't know, I can't respond, but in any case, the Supreme Court in the UK found that Rwanda at the moment is not a safe country, and of course, the government needs to respect that, this judgment. Although Premier Sunak already, has a B plan and is trying, as I said before.
Cristiano, thank you so much. Thank you.